welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm just going to be doing this winged cut crease that I have going on right now. And for today's look, I did use the new Daisy, Marquez, and BH Cosmetics collab palette. I am so excited for Daisy. I have been following her for years now. I've seen her grow so much and I'm so happy for her with this collab. It's such a good palette. And you know, you can tell that they really worked very hard on this palette. Just the concept of it, the colors, the formula, and it's so good. So big congratulations to them. Alright, so if you want to see how I got this look right here, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I went ahead and did one eye off camera just to save time. I'm using the new Daisy Marquez palette from BH Cosmetics. So the packaging looks like this. If you watch her, she loves Tiffany blue. It's like her favorite color. So of course the box kind of looks like a Tiffany's box. And the cool thing about this palette is it completely comes apart and you can take the mirror and the little slot in the top of the box and sit it like this, and it's like a vanity. This is what the palette looks like. So many beautiful colors. Okay, so first I'm going to start by priming my lid, and I'm just taking my Tarte Shape Tape and then I'm patting all of that in. And then I'm going to take the shade Naked from the palette, which is just this like skin tone kind of color. I'm just going to pat that all over the lid to set that concealer. Then I'm going to take the shade right here and just work that into my crease as my transition shade. And I'm going to take the shade Karma and start working that into my crease. Now the thing about this Karma shade is it does have a lot of kickback, but it is so pigmented. And it's like this like bright neon orange. But I'm just going to start by patting this on the lid, and then I'm going to go in and blend it out. And I'm going to take it pretty far out just for when I cut the crease. And don't worry, we're cleaning all of this up in a minute. And then I'm going to go in with the shade Flower, which is just this yellow shade in the palette. I'm going to start cutting the crease, and I'm going to put quite a bit of concealer on the back of my hand. I needed a lot of it for the last eye, and I have a rag right here, and I'm just leaving it on my lap, and I'm going to cut a little bit of my crease, wipe off my brush, and get more concealer, just so I'm not getting like that pink color on my lid. So I'm going above my natural crease as always, just because if I don't, then it will transfer. So on this eye, it is a little bit higher. It's a little more to where I would want it if I was like starting by winging my concealer. But when I was doing this eye, I didn't originally think I was going to do this. So if it looks a little bit higher over here, it is just because I knew starting this one, I was going to take it all the way over. So yeah, as soon as I started to notice it going pink, I just wipe my brush and pick up some more concealer. But there's so many pretty shimmers in this palette and they are all so pigmented, but I decided I'm going to take the color Slime, which is this lime green color, and I found it best to start by patting it on the lid, and then I'm going to go in with a brush and get really close to my lines. You could spray the brush, but I noticed that made it so much more like foiled, and then once you start to do that, you can sometimes build up the shadow too much and make it really chunky, and I just wanted to avoid that whole situation, and I think the color is pretty on its own. Now I'm gonna go in with a Morphe M217 brush and just go along the line of this cut crease with that Karma shade. And I love to do this with all of my cut creases. If you've ever watched me do one, you know I just take the color that was like underneath it and just build it up to make the line look sharper. Then I'm going to go back in with a pencil brush and just kind of blend over that a little bit. So now I'm taking a makeup wipe and just going along the edge here just to clean that up. So for this part, I'm taking that same Morphe M217 brush and I'm just kind of wiping it off. Not with any like brush cleaner, just kind of getting excess shadow off. And I'm gonna take some more concealer and put that on the back of my hand. Now, if you were doing a different color, I wouldn't use the same brush, or I would clean it a little more. Then I'm just gonna create a wing. And you can barely see it, but I'm putting this concealer down more as like a stickier kind of base. So I'm just going to take that Karma shade again and just a flat definer brush and start packing that on that concealer. And for the wing area, initially I'm just going to take that same brush that I made the wing with and do that. Now that I have that initial color laid down everywhere, I'm going back in with the flat definer brush and packing it on. So like I said, going into this look, I knew on this side that I wanted to do a wing. So as you can see, it's much bigger and just kind of more of a like gradient up. When on this one, you can see it's much smaller and it kind of like humps down. So I'm gonna go try to fix this eye and kind of hope I don't screw it up. But I'm also gonna go ahead and put the lash on the other eye and then we will start on the face. All right, so we have lashes on and I was, for the most part, able to even it up. Honestly, I think it looks pretty even now. So we're gonna go through the skin probably pretty fast. So I'm gonna take my Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer and put that all over my face. I love this primer. I use it almost like you would a moisturizer. So if it's been a few hours since I've done my skincare, but my skin's like obviously still clean, I will go in with this just to kind of refresh everything. Or when I use a makeup remover wipe in my makeup process, I will put it on just because you end up wiping so much of your skincare off when you use a makeup remover wipe. Now I'm going in with the Cover FX Gripping Primer. This is such a good primer. It makes my makeup last so long. I have one more primer and I'm going with the Tarte Clean Slate Primer, which is just a pore filling primer. And I'm just kind of focusing that like right here. I know that no one really needs 3 primers, but honestly, this combination of primers has made my makeup, my base makeup, look so good. I'm going with a different foundation today than I normally use. I feel like I've been using nothing but my L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24 Hour Wear foundation because I love that foundation and it looks so good. But I'm going to go ahead and go into something different today. So I'm going to take my Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. It says lasts up to 24 hours. It is a mattifying foundation and I vaguely remember liking this. I haven't used it a ton. And I'm going to take it on a Morphe M439 brush. I'm just going to drop a few drops onto the brush. Looks like a pretty decent color right now, but if it oxidizes any, it's going to be too dark. It really doesn't look bad. It looks really good out here, which is where I have the most texture and redness and all that stuff, and it looks pretty good out there. I'm gonna go do my brows real quick off camera and then come back and do my concealer, just because I want to have my brows done before I go in and clean up everything around the eyes. So I will be right back. Okay, so I just did my eyebrows and I used the iconic Sculpt and Boost eyebrow cushion. I got this in my Boxy Luxe from this month. If you have not seen that video yet, I will leave a little information card up here if you want to see more about this product, but I love it. It's so good. So for concealer, I'm going to go with this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer, and I have the shade 330 Ivory. But I'm going to do one eye at a time just because I don't remember how fast this concealer dried or anything like that. So Alright, so I'm going to use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop powder, and I figured while I'm trying out products that I don't really use very often, I might give this powder a shot. And I have it in the shade Light. So I do like the way my base makeup looks. The foundation did oxidize the look a little bit, so I think in sunlight my face would be a little bit pinker. I think I would like that powder a little bit more, maybe with a different foundation, but I don't dislike it at all now. I just think I would enjoy it more with a different foundation. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the eyes. So I'm taking the MAC eyeliner in the shade Fascinating. I'm gonna take a flat definer brush and that Karma shade, and I'm gonna tap it out because I don't want to get it on my foundation. And I'm just going to press. Then I'm taking that flower shade and blending that color out. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my lower lash mascara. So to warm my skin, I'm gonna take the Morphe Glam Bronzer in the shade Megastar and start bronzing up my face with that. Which, if you haven't seen my review on this bronzer, if you are in a similar like skin tone range that I am, you literally just use the lightest touch with it because it is a pretty dark bronzer. But in the video I told you I bought it so that if I do get tan in the summer months just from being outside and stuff, that I have a bronzer that would work. And then I decided I really liked the like warm tone of it. So good. So just a little thing if you are in my skin tone range and are buying it because it works on me, just light hand. You don't need a lot of it. Okay, so now I'm taking the Cover FX Base Perfector palette and I'm going into the contour shade and I'm just gonna add a little bit to my cheeks. This contour shade is on the warmer side. Then I'm taking my Morphe E62 brush in that same contour shade and just contouring my nose with it. I'm taking my Burt's Bees blush in the shade Bare Peach. Love this blush so much. And then for highlight, I'm going to take Laura Geller's Gilded Honey. Then I'm going back into the Cover FX palette and I'm taking the highlighter in the shade Divine, which is a champagne-y gold color, and I'm just going to go over that just to kind of soften that other highlighter up. Then I'm going to take the finishing powder in it, and if you've ever used the ambient lighting powder from Hourglass where it's just like that really sheer, pretty, glowy kind of powder, this is very similar to that, so I use it the same way, just literally all over my cheeks, and it just gives your face this like really soft, healthy luminosity. I'm going to take that on my chin and on the center of my forehead. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do my hair, change my clothes, and then I'll be back to do the lip. Alright, so I just left the sweatshirt on because, to be fairly honest, I'm just going to go edit this afterwards, and I figured I would save myself a step from having to just put it back on. So let's go ahead and finish up this look and do the lips. Alright, so I'm taking the lip liner in Tora, maybe? I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But it is the Maybelline lip liner, and I'm pretty sure this is from the Gigi Hadid collection, so I don't know if you can still get this. It's just a nude lip liner. And then for my lipstick, I'm going in with the Marc Jacobs La Marque Liquid Lipstick in the shade Fawn Over Me. I used to use this all the time and just kind of stopped. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up and make sure you hit the subscribe button before you leave so you don't miss any of my other future uploads, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.